Guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over an article titled, His Wife Left Him, Wants Him Back, and is Harassing His Girlfriend. And guys, this is the classic situation, the classic story of woman breaks up with guy, he moves on, gets his life together, gets a new girl who probably in this case is younger and better looking than his ex, and now the ex wants him back. And what I really like about this story is pretty much all of us, at least once in our lives, have had this happen. I'm sure we can all relate to this happening at least once when we were younger and honestly didn't know any better, where out of nowhere, a girl we're dating or is our girlfriend breaks up with us, breaks our heart, and then after we move on and get our shit together, start dating other women or get a new girlfriend, and all of a sudden the girl that broke up with you or us wants us back. And we're there scratching our head saying, what the hell? Right? Why would she want us now when she didn't want us back then? But then obviously life experiences teaches us exactly why that is, and I'm going to get into that later as I go through the article. But classic situation here. But this guy definitely has the last laugh. Starts out saying, and this is the guy telling his story, he says he is 32 years old and his wife Megan is 33. They've been married 5 years ago, no kids by choice. He says, 2 years ago, I broke my neck in 3 places. Quite a lot of pain and a long recovery. 3 months in a halo brace. 1 year of physio. 5 months after my accident, Megan announced that she wanted an open relationship. We hadn't had sex since my accident. I made her come regularly, but I couldn't fuck her. She said she missed that a lot, and he wrote that in capital letters. I was in way too much pain to be horny. Well, this is a loving, loyal wife. The guy breaks his neck in an accident, 3 places. He's wearing one of those braces that they put on dogs when dogs have a little surgery. And obviously he's in too pain to have sex. And basically she's like, I want an open relationship. That's real loyal. So much for in sickness and in health. But as I've told you guys, marriage is dead. He goes on to say, we discussed it for hours. I told her I couldn't agree to it. I said I hoped she would wait. If she couldn't wait, we would need to split up. Good for this guy for laying down the law. I mean, a lot of guys in that position would start crying and carrying on like a little bitch, and or maybe even some would allow it just to keep her in her life. This guy says, this ain't happening. All right, either we're together and you're not doing that, or we're splitting up. Good for him. She said we should split. Big surprise. This was probably her idea to begin with. She probably said the open relationship because she knew he would say no way. I hoped for an amicable end, so I gave her the choice of should we stay in the house and buy the other out. She stayed. I moved in with my brother. I found out she started sleeping with a guy from work. Big surprise. She probably was sleeping with that guy from work before that conversation ever happened. If you want me to be honest here. I was wrecked by it. It was like grief at first. I was having a shitty time. I bet. But I set my mind to dealing with it, and I got back on my feet physically and mentally. Awesome. So I'm now in a good place. I found a house I liked and could just about afford to buy it. I'm seeing a gorgeous, funny, bright physio, Charlotte, a.k.a. Charlie, a.k.a. Chaz, who I met at a 10K fundraising run. Well, that's cool. This guy, he obviously broke his neck. He was out of commission, but now he's back doing 10Ks. That's sweet. And of course, notice here, he didn't cry and beg and chase after this woman, his wife. You know, she went on and she was banging some other dude from work. Big surprise there. This guy, even though it hurt, broke his heart, he got his shit back together, got himself in shape, and he met this, as he said, gorgeous, fit woman here. And I'm willing to bet you she is younger and better looking than his ex. Guaranteed. And wait till you see what the kind of impact this has on his ex. It says here, we have a great time together. I still have pain, but it's managed and it doesn't stop me. I'm more or less back to my old self. 2 months ago, Charlie and Megan ended up at the same event. They got talking. When Charlie came home, and he says in parentheses, pretty drunk, she gave me the impression that they got on well. She said Megan was with the third guy since our split. Third guy. and didn't see it lasting. Charlie admitted that as they drank more, they started talking and joking about sex. Megan was asking, does he still do XXX? Do you like it when he does YYY? Obviously code here. It's not my code, this is what they wrote so they could publish the article. I'm sure you don't want the details. If I'm honest, I was very flattered by the idea of my current girlfriend and my soon-to-be ex-wife discussing the things they liked about my sexual performance. Women talk, guys. Just understand, for a lot of you guys that are younger and don't really know this yet, all women talk. And they're going to compare the things you do, not only out of the bedroom, but in the bedroom. So if this is a shock to you, understand this now. Apart from the boost to my ego, I didn't think any more about it. A week later, Megan phoned and asked to meet to discuss a couple of things to wind up the divorce. That was odd, because until now, the divorce had been dealt with by our lawyers. Isn't that interesting? His current girlfriend and his ex meet at an event, talking, having fun, and all of a sudden, magically, after his ex meeting his new girlfriend, I guarantee is better looking than her, now she wants to talk. Who could ever imagine that? When we met, he says lunchtime coffee, she started with a few inane questions, but she soon opened up. She said the split had been a terrible mistake. We had been silly to split when we were so perfect for each other. We should break up with Charlie and Mark, her current guy, cancel the divorce, and get back together. So this woman breaks up with this guy at an absolute low point in his life. His fucking neck is broken because he couldn't bang her, and I guarantee it's for other reasons. Breaks his heart. He moves out of his house. All that. And now he gets his life back together. He's in good shape. He's happy. And he's with a woman way better look. I'm guarantee you way better looking than his ex. Now all of a sudden she says it was a mistake. It was silly. We should get back together. Sorry, sweetheart. And do you think this woman wouldn't do that again if something happened to this guy? Please. Fuck that. She said Charlie was a nice girl, but not right for me. Who the fuck does she think she is to have a say in that? Mark was okay and rich, but boring, and not funny, and as dull as a ditch water. In bed. She then started to go on about the things she missed about sex. Despite the massaging that my self-esteem was getting, I interrupted her there. I said, firstly, it wasn't we, it was you that wanted to split up. You weren't prepared to stand by me while I recovered. Secondly, I have no intention of breaking up with Charlie. We are great together. Thirdly, there is no reason to cancel the divorce because there is no chance of getting back together. I love this guy. This is awesome. Guys, if you're in a situation like this is exactly how you got to handle it. Girl breaks up with you out of nowhere. You don't cry about it. You don't carry on. You say, all right, if you're not willing to work on things, I'm out of here. And move on. That's it. You never call her. You don't text her. You don't do any of that stuff. You get your life back together and start dating other women. And I guarantee you what happened here will happen to you. But again, I wouldn't go back to the one who dumped you, but you can enjoy the satisfaction of her chasing after you. But you're going to see as I go on in the story, this one goes psycho. He says here, what he said before, that probably isn't word for word, but it's close. There were tears, followed by, you don't mean any of that, you were just hurt because I left you. I said, of course I was hurt. I loved you, past tense. Now I don't. I hope you're happy with whomever you settle down with, but it won't be me. It sounds petty, but I walked out of there feeling good. Who wouldn't want to hear that the person who dumped you now regrets it? If I knew what was coming, I wouldn't have been so smug. Well, good for him for saying what he had to say and walking the hell out of there. She deserved that. This woman is trash. But you're going to see what happens now. She has been a total pain since then. She has told her lawyer that she doesn't want a divorce. That is going to be so complicated now. We were so close to finishing. She is constantly harassing Charlie. She keeps telling her that she, Megan, the ex, is the only one that I'll ever be happy with. Tells her if she loved me, she would leave me so I could be where I belong. That wasn't working, so she switched to, you're a homewrecker. You've stolen my husband. Give him back and get your own man. And the guy says, rewrite history much? She is phoning me and texting me incessantly. When I blocked her number, she got another phone. And another. And another. She also uses friends' phones. I've had dozens of emails, and I've had 6 letters via snail mail. One of them was 9 pages long. She has been to the door at least 4 times, maybe more when we were out. I've explained that I'm happy with Charlie, and I'm not changing anything. I've also said she'll probably be fine if she finds someone better than Mark. Nothing works. All I get is, you're my husband, and I just want you. The obvious answer is, leave Chaz and go back to Megan. Nope, kidding. So guys, what we have here, this woman's crazy, okay? And you gotta understand this, is that women love guys that are popular with other women, okay? And the reason women do this, and I said I would mention this earlier, a woman breaks up with you for whatever reason, maybe you fucked up, maybe who knows what you did. She leaves you, and you move on. You get your life back together, whatever it is you got to fix, and you start dating other women. And then the ex who broke up with you, she sees you happy. She sees you with this other woman who hopefully is better looking than her and younger than her, and it'll make her crazy. Because women love guys that are popular with other women. And the more popular a guy is with women, the more attractive women find him. It's referred to as sexual market value, SMV. That's why if you guys look back into high school and college, the guys that were, had status, played sports or whatever it happened to be, were popular, all the women wanted to sleep with them. All of them. Because back then that was the highest thing you could have, is popularity and status. Okay? And they're also usually older guys. Okay? If you're in high school, these were the seniors. And they were dating, hooking up with all the freshmen and juniors. In college, they're the seniors, and they're hooking up with all the freshmen and sophomore girls. Or other ones, okay? The more women like you, because they want a piece of the action. It sounds crazy, but it's the truth. And a lot of you guys have experienced this, you know what I'm talking about. So it drives women insane to see her guy, in her opinion, her ex, who she broke up with a woman that obviously adores him, and he's happy. She wants him back. It's not about because she loves him, because this wacko isn't incapable of love. It's competition. She wants that back. And I guarantee you, if he caved and went back to her, you think she would be all over him and head over heels for him the way she is now? No way. And I guarantee you, she'd probably end up cheating on him and break up with him. So, if you're ever in a situation like this, do not go back to the ex that dumped you. Move on. And by the way, this guy definitely needs to file a restraining order against her, because this chick is crazy. The obvious answer is restraining order. Well, here we go. But I think she would lose her job. Is there anything with less legal impact? If I'm forced to resort to a restraining order, I'm worried that if she loses too much, she will get even worse. Well, if this guy files a restraining order against her, which he obviously has every right to do, that could then make things even worse and prolong things longer in terms of sealing the deal in the divorce. So it might be best for him to just deal with it for now, get the divorce signed, and then afterwards, if she keeps the bullshit going on, do the restraining order. And if she loses her job, tough shit, So, he says here, can anyone explain any of the following? Why, after all this time, does the mad bitch want me back? What is the best thing to say to her to persuade her? If I can't persuade her to give up this insane idea, what's the best thing to do? I don't know what's coming next. Suggestions, please. Well, I think I obviously answered the question about why she's after him. Because he says, why does the mad bitch want me back? I explained that, obviously, because he moved on and he's happy and she wants what she can't have. And obviously he has this amazing, beautiful woman he's with, At least that's how his girlfriend is right now. If this guy was smart, he would never get married again, but I have no idea what's going to happen to him. He said, what's the best way to persuade her? He can't. No amount of logic and trying to rationalize with her ain't going to work. Not going to happen. And any of you guys watching this that have been in a situation remotely like this, you know I'm right. He says, if I can't persuade her to give up this idea, what's the best thing to do? Like I said, he should be able to do a restraining order, but that could screw up and drag things out with the divorce process. So maybe just try to back away, speed up the divorce process, and afterwards say, hey, we're divorced, this crap continues, that's it. I'm doing a restraining order because enough's enough. And if she still doesn't back away, restraining order. Article ends saying, one silver lining, Charlie has handled all this like a star. We are the closest we've been. To lighten the mood, we agreed that every time Megan does something insane, we have breathtakingly filthy sex. It really takes the pressure out of the problem, turns nightmares into fun. This is a cool guy. I'm glad this guy has turned his life around. He's happy and having a good time and can make, he's making a joke of the whole situation. And he says every time his wife or his ex does crazy shit, he and his current girlfriend, they laugh and they have crazy sex. That's cool. But I hope this guy, again, like I said, does not, no matter how cool this girl seems to him and all that, and he's probably, really infatuated with her, he understands, he's learned his lesson. He doesn't get married. If he wants to date her and keep having a good time with her, cool. But aside from that, don't get married. As for the ex, I don't see any articles that are follow-ups to this. But guys, there's crazy women out there. You all know this. And for the women that are watching this, because I know I have female subscribers, you all know too, there are crazy women. Period. So, guys, I thought it was a good thing to do because, again, I know a lot of you have been in situations like this. And again, if right now you're dealing with a situation where your ex, you were broken up, your girlfriend, your wife broke up with you, don't cry about it. Don't try to chase her or anything like that. Move on. Okay? Move on. Get your shit back together. Become an even better version of yourself. And when you're ready, and if you want to, start dating other women, particularly better, good-looking, younger women, and watch your ex come crawling back and do some of the same things. Hopefully not the exact same things, but definitely chasing after you. That's a good feeling after being kicked to the curb and having your heart stomped on. Okay? And don't get fucking married. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if you guys have had situations like this. Tell your story, because I know a lot of young guys read this, and this can help them out. And be sure to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.